This short video is about career paths. We are going to talk about how to make our decisions when we want to build our professional life. And we are going to relate with entrepreneurial careership, how and why you should consider criteria that might help you to decide. In general, when you are a PhD students have many choices. Once you finish your thesis and get your degree, then you can go and work in one of the academic institutions. You can be a researcher, you can be a teacher, you can hybrid model and both teach and also do research. Or you might just go to the industry, pick up any company, industry that might be interesting for you, and you can go ahead and then work in those organizations. You can do still research or some other things that you are expert and have the knowledge and the skills. Or you might think about perhaps social organizations where you can be a social entrepreneur. We will talk about this as well because you have so many other choices. You can be a government organization, working in a government organization. There are so many research institutions that government is supporting to have the base that will help the industry and the society at the national level. So those government agencies might be another opportunity for you as a PhD student to carry on. Or you can start any startups that will introduce new products, new services, new processes, you call it, based on your own PhD research team or something that is related so that you can contribute and have a very solid outcome of it. So what makes us to decide what we do for life, right? What makes us wake up in the morning and then spend the whole day? Sometimes when you are an entrepreneur, right, even whole weekdays, you will be occupied with that choice of career. So those parameters are naturally a number of them. I mean, it might be skills that make you decide what you want to do. It might be your experience, your education, your habits, your likes about what you are happy to do in your spare times. Perhaps you take photograph and then you say, this is it. I mean, you want to just do taking photographs for the rest of your life. So this is a kind of a thinking, or you can think of many other issues, the availability of some resources that can help you to make use of them in a various different ways that might keep you busy, and then it becomes your career. Or you might consider other incentives and rewards that are given by the government or some industry schemes that are trying to attract, right, new young generation to become part of their companies, their industries. So all these attractions, skills, experiences come into play, and in a kind of a portfolio, right, you just make one choice out of all this. But believe me, it's not one-time decision. Considering the recent research, it is very clear that especially Generation Z, is going to change lots of time their occupations. They will have at least 4 or 5 careers in front of their life. So that means that it will evolve, it will change, the conditions will change, you will add new skills, new experiences, which will guide you and then make you decide to make a switch, transfer yourself into new environment, new occupation, new organization. So it means that keeping options open all the time and evaluating, assessing your options is the way to go. So you are not committing yourself once you make a decision about what to do. You are doing a PhD. Everybody might be expecting you to become an academician, but this is not the case. I mean, you are the person that is going to spend all these days and their life, right, in that chosen path. So it's up to you. I mean, you make a decision and keep the options open, look around, know the occupations and their expectations from them based on what they need to do. You might reconsider and then make the choices again and again. So another important dimension when people make choices about their careers is the work and life balance. Sometimes people just think that, I mean, it's too overwhelming to choose one particular professional life by thinking that they can't balance, they can't just work through both having a new family, perhaps startup, or the lifestyle that they enjoy will not fit into that particular work environment, and the other kind of work-related issues perhaps will keep you busy so much in your mind, and also actually taking all your time during the day might affect that. I mean, okay, I don't want to do that. But there is no single right answer. This is you and your life. So you need to really pay attention. Most people put forward that work-life balance problems, issues are the major reasons why they pick the particular career that they are following. So what you can do is get more information as much as you can. I mean, just think about what people are doing, what they are saying regarding that occupation, and then you can try to test them as well. I mean, perhaps it doesn't fit to some certain character, but you might perhaps be very open and then easy going, and you can just do this work-life balance much better than those people that are complaining about that career. So it's good to go through and then do some internships, perhaps reading about that occupation from the people, autobiographies, or some articles that are written by those people, or interviews that they give around, right? And then try to establish your own interviews, perhaps reach out to people that you know and try to understand what this occupation requires from you for your life, and then try to see the transferability of options. Can you transfer the skills, experiences that you will accumulate in that career later on to another one? If there is, then you are not stuck. If you don't like it, you might change it down the road. So there is never, ever a final exit. So it's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, if you have such options, then you can try out, see how it goes, and then along the time in future, sometime you might just switch if you want to other careers. And of course, you might think about the exit plans. I mean, you might say it's not forever. You might just say, okay, I will just become an academician for 5 years. I will work and then I will go to the industry, or the vice versa, right? You might just say, okay, I want to have the industry experience, see what companies are dealing with, and then I can come back to the academia and then continue with my research, my kind of teaching and so on. So it's all up to you. You might just think about all these dimensions and then try to find your own answer, not anybody's, but try to be informed so that you can take the correct decision for the time.